Members of the House, please be seated.
Will the House come to order? Mr. Clerk.
Aloha and good afternoon. Today's invocation will be delivered by Representative Greg Takayama. Will the members who wish to participate please rise?
Oh, please stay seated. Members, 3.5 weeks. 3.5 weeks as of tomorrow are what remain in the 2021 legislative session. So let's resolve in the next 13 working days to do our best to resolve whatever differences remain, even if it means working with the Senate, do our best to meet public expectations, and do the people's business. Mahalo.
Thank you, Representative. Mr. Clerk, please call the roll.
Mr. Aquino, Ms. Bellotti, Mr. Bronco, Mr. Cullen, Ms. DeCoit, Ms. Eli, Mr. Gonadin, Mr. Gates, Ms. Har,
Present.
Mr. Hashem, Mr. Hashimoto, Mr. Holt, Ms. Ichiyama, Mr. Iligan, Mr. Johansson, Ms. Capella, Ms. Kitagawa, Mr. Bertrand Kobayashi, Mr. Dale Kobayashi, Mr. Kong, Mr. Lopresti,
Excused.
Ms. Lowen, Ms. Luke, Ms. Martin, Mr. Matayoshi, Ms. Matsumoto, Mr. McDermott, Mr. McKelvey, Ms. Morikawa, Ms. Nakamura, Mr. Nakashima, Mr. Nishimoto, Mr. Ono, Ms. Okimoto, Mr. Onishi, Ms. Peruso, Mr. Quinlan, Mr. Saiki, Mr. Sayama, Mr. Takayama, Mr. Takumi, Mr. Tam, Mr. Tarnas, Mr. Todd, Mr. Tokioka, Mr. Ward, Ms. Wildberger, Mr. Woodson,
Excused.
Mr. Yamane, Mr. Yamashita, Mr. Speaker.
Here.
Mr. Speaker, 49 members are present, 2 are excused.
And thank you. Reading of the Journal, Representative Morikawa.
Mr. Speaker, may this matter be deferred.
So ordered. Thank you. Mr. Clerk, are there any messages from the Governor?
Yes, Mr. Speaker, we're in receipt of message number 6, transmitting proposed changes to the fiscal biennium 2021-2023 executive budget due to changes to the state's fiscal situation and requirements of the American Rescue Plan Act of 2021. May this matter be received and filed.
So ordered.
Point of
Miss-
information.
Mr. Clerk?
Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Chair recognizes Representative Luke.
Thank you. Just stating on a point of information, usually we don't react to the governor's message, but I just wanted to alert the members that one of the messages, and we have to vet this a little bit more, as people on Finance Committee know, the information contained in this governor's message is in error. The amount that is requested in general assistance as reflected in this message is not consistent with what was provided to us with Department of Human Services. So what we will be doing is requesting the governor's office and Budget and Finance to reevaluate the messages to make sure that it's consistent with their departments. I wanted to just alert the members before they get into the details of this message, since we have found an error. Thank you.
Thank you for the clarification, Chair. Mr. Clerk, so ordered. Mr. Clerk, are there any Senate communications?
Yes, Mr. Speaker, we are in receipt of communications returning the noted House bills, both having passed third reading in the Senate.
Thank you very much. Representative Belatti.
Mr. Speaker, I move to disagree to the amendments made by the Senate to the noted House bill.
Thank you very much. Representative Morikawa.
Mr. Speaker, I second the motion.
Thank you very much. Members, this will be by voice vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye. All those opposed saying no. The motion is carried. Members, are there any announcements? Representative Nakashima.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The Committee on Judiciary and Hawaiian Affairs requests a waiver of the 48-hour advance notice requirement for the purpose of conducting a public hearing with decision-making to follow on SB 726 related to policing.
So ordered.
Thank you. The hearing will be held on April 6, 2021 at 2 p.m., room 325.
Thank you very much. Further announcements, Representative Hashimoto.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Today, April 5th, is celebrated as National Go for Broke Day, derived from a saying that's known to mean wager everything. And Go for Broke is also the motto of the most decorated unit in the U.S. military history, the Army's 442nd Regimental Combat Team. The 442nd was composed of Nisei men from Hawaii and mainland internment camps who trained in Shelby, Mississippi. In their 2 years of service, the 442 earned numerous awards, including 7 Presidential Unit Citations and 21 Medal of Honor. So let us reflect how the struggle of Asians and Asian Americans have persisted throughout history of our country. But more importantly, we must recognize how those who have come before us have persisted in the face of fear and discrimination. And we ourselves must persist and go for broke in our service and leadership to our communities. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Representative. Further announcements, members? If not, for the motion to adjourn, Representative Morikawa.
Mr. Speaker, I move that this House stand adjourned until 12 o'clock noon tomorrow.
Thank you very much. Representative Matsumoto.
Mr. Speaker, I second the motion.
Thank you very much. All those in favor signify by saying aye. All those opposed say no. The motion is carried. The House stands adjourned until 12 noon tomorrow.